Hello, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. The buzz around the NBA this week took a surprising turn when Tracy Jackson Davis, one of the most promising young big men on the Golden State Warriors roster, was suddenly at the center of a major roster shakeup. Fans had grown accustomed to his presence, his energy off the bench, and his flashes of dominance whenever he stepped onto the floor. For Warriors followers, he symbolized not just youth and potential, but also a bridge to the future of a team that has been so defined by veterans like Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson. And yet, despite the attachment from fans and the appreciation from the coaching staff, the rumor swirling through insiders is that Tracy is packing his bags and heading south, with Houston set to be his next destination. In an NBA landscape that thrives on constant movement, trades, and unexpected alliances, this one has caught people by surprise, because it is not every day that a team lets go of a player who still had so much room to grow. The streets of San Francisco are filled with speculation, podcasts are buzzing, and social media is lit with debates, memes, and shock as this potential move dominates headlines. For Steve Kerr, this is not just another name leaving the rotation. It is the departure of a player he often praised for his work ethic and his eagerness to learn. Kerr is known for building close relationships with his players, understanding not just their skills, but their personalities and the rhythm they bring to the locker room. When asked about Tracy, Kerr's words have often been warm, almost paternal, describing him as someone who brought a fresh spark into a team that has been through countless battles. The Warriors coach has lived through dynasties, heartbreaks, and comebacks, but saying goodbye is always a delicate task, especially when the player in question feels like part of a long-term plan. Insiders whisper that Kerr, though professional in demeanor, felt a real pang of loss as he wished Tracy well. And yet, in the fluid nature of the NBA, loyalty and sentiment often clash with strategy and opportunity. And it seems that this moment was one where Kerr had to balance his respect for Tracy with the reality of roster changes. The Houston Rockets, of course, are lurking in the background, quietly smiling at the prospect of adding a player who fits their timeline perfectly. The Rockets are rebuilding with a core of young talent, emphasizing development, athleticism, and energy. For them, Tracy Jackson Davis is not just another piece, but potentially a cornerstone in the rotation who can grow alongside their rising stars. His ability to play above the rim, defend with intensity, and finish plays around the basket makes him exactly the kind of versatile big that modern franchises crave. Sources close to the Rockets' front office are already teasing the idea of Tracy becoming a fan favorite, someone whose hustle and passion will resonate with a crowd hungry for excitement and eager to leave behind the shadows of past struggles. The Rockets' fan base, long starved of consistency, could very well embrace Tracy as one of their own, and the whispers from Houston suggest that the team is prepared to give him real minutes, real responsibility, and a real chance to showcase everything he has been holding back. Meanwhile, in Golden State, the reaction among fans has been one of shock, mixed with curiosity about what comes next. Many Warriors supporters had imagined Tracy growing into a reliable force next to the veterans, learning the nuances of the game while providing the kind of spark that aging rosters often need. Instead, his departure leaves questions about depth, about the future direction of the team, and about whether this move signals bigger changes on the horizon. The Warriors are no strangers to change, but with their core aging, every departure feels magnified. Social media is filled with messages thanking Tracy for his short but impactful stint with the team, videos of his dunks circulating like digital tributes, and endless debates about whether Golden State might regret letting him go. In some ways, this is the nature of being a fan, to see the bigger chessboard while still holding onto the emotional connection with the pieces. What makes this rumor even more compelling is the way it highlights the dual nature of the NBA, the business side and the human side. On one hand, executives make decisions that align with salary caps, draft picks, and long-term visions. On the other hand, players like Tracy become woven into the narrative fabric of their teams, becoming symbols of potential, of energy, of something new and exciting. For Tracy, leaving Golden State is not just about switching jerseys. It is about stepping into a new chapter where the expectations might be heavier, but the opportunities are greater. For Kerr, watching him leave is about reconciling the reality of coaching in a league where nothing stays the same for too long. And for fans, it is about learning to let go of one dream while cautiously embracing the possibility of another, even if it means watching a beloved player thrive somewhere else. In Houston, there's an eagerness that cannot be denied. The Rockets see Tracy as part of a puzzle that could turn them from rebuilders into contenders in the coming years. His energy, combined with their youth, creates a narrative of growth, resilience, and ambition. As whispers circulate of Kerr's farewell words, "May he be happy with the Rockets," the sentiment lingers in the air like a blessing passed from one coach to another team. It is as if Kerr himself is acknowledging that, while the Warriors may be losing someone valuable, the Rockets are gaining someone who could flourish under different lights, with different teammates, and with a different purpose. This is the heartbeat of the NBA rumor mill. Not just the transactions, but the emotions that ripple across cities, across fan bases, and across the league itself, reminding everyone that the game is as much about stories as it is about statistics. As the story of Tracy Jackson Davis unfolds, Houston insiders hint at an almost cinematic arrival. Imagine a young big man stepping into a city ready to embrace him, a team designed to highlight his strengths, and a fan base desperate for fresh hope. The Rockets, it seems, have quietly mapped out a plan that would allow Tracy to grow, to dominate, and to become a symbol of their next era. Every report that leaks paints him not just as a piece of a puzzle, but as a potentially transformative presence. Analysts are already speculating on how his style meshes with Houston's pace, suggesting he could provide the kind of inside-out game that opens lanes for shooters and energizes a locker room still adjusting to youth and expectation. Rumors are circulating about how head coach might integrate Tracy into offensive sets, giving him freedom to move while still anchoring the defense. The conversations around Houston suggest a calculated excitement, where the city, front office, and coaching staff are aligning expectations with opportunity, hoping that this move is the spark for the team to truly rise. Even casual observers are drawn in by the narrative, imagining highlight reels, fast breaks, and a sense that Tracy could redefine the Rockets' identity with each dunk, block, and rebound he delivers. Back in Golden State, there's a quieter, reflective tone permeating the corridors of Chase Center. The reality of losing Tracy Jackson Davis is settling in, both for management and for teammates who admired his work ethic. While trades and roster changes are common, there's a human element in letting go of a young player who represents promise and potential. Teammates have been seen sharing memories, screenshots of plays, and video clips that capture his hustle and energy, almost as if marking a small, bittersweet farewell. Fans are dissecting every moment, every angle, and every comment Steve Kerr made, searching for a hint of regret, a signal of what might have been. Analysts, bloggers, and podcasters dissect the decision, weighing the pros and cons of letting Tracy go versus the long-term plans of the Warriors. This ripple effect spreads across multiple layers of the basketball community. Fans, media, coaches, and even players themselves who understand that every shift changes the balance of competition. The social conversation has become almost a ritual, a way for Warriors followers to process change while keeping Tracy's contributions alive in memory. Steve Kerr's farewell words, "May he be happy with the Rockets," resonate far beyond a simple statement. They carry the weight of mentorship, of an acknowledgement that the NBA is as much about growth as it is about winning. Kerr is navigating the dual role of strategist and human being, honoring Tracy's journey while embracing the reality of competitive necessity. The way he frames the departure speaks volumes about the culture within Golden State, one that respects individual growth while balancing team strategy. Rumors suggest that Kerr has personally reached out to Houston's coaching staff, offering tips on Tracy's tendencies, preferences, and optimal usage, almost like a subtle handshake across franchises. This unusual detail fuels the narrative, giving the departure a warmth that contrasts with the transactional nature of professional sports. Observers note that such gestures are rare, and they contribute to the perception of Kerr as a coach who values relationships deeply, even in a league where trades, contracts, and stats often dominate the storylines. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. Meanwhile, speculation about Tracy's impact in Houston grows with every passing hour. Experts project his minutes, discuss potential chemistry with the Rockets' core, and imagine how he could redefine their defensive and offensive schemes. There's excitement about his ability to protect the rim, set screens, and contribute to pick-and-roll situations, giving the Rockets new layers of strategy. Insider chatter even hints at the team considering him for leadership roles, mentoring younger players while still developing his own game. Rumors suggest that the front office is working on promotional campaigns to introduce him as a symbol of the franchise's next chapter, highlighting energy, youth, and opportunity. Even casual fans are buzzing, imagining the excitement of first games, highlight dunks, and locker room camaraderie that Tracy could bring. This almost mythic anticipation feeds into the broader NBA narrative. The idea that one move, one trade, or one addition can shift the balance of a team's trajectory. And for Houston, Tracy Jackson Davis may represent exactly that transformative spark. The storytelling around Tracy's departure has taken on a life of its own. Podcasts, YouTube channels, and social media feeds are dissecting every facet, from Kerr's emotional farewell to the Rockets' strategic planning. Analysts debate the timing, the rationale, and the potential outcomes, creating a chorus of speculation that extends far beyond the teams themselves. Fans create memes, highlight reels, and theories, adding layers of interpretation to an already complex narrative. The rumor mill thrives on ambiguity, and in this case, every statement, every gesture, and every reported interaction is scrutinized for hidden meaning. The fascination isn't just about a trade. It's about human stories unfolding within the high-stakes, fast-moving world of professional sports. Tracy's move becomes a lens through which fans explore questions of loyalty, growth, and opportunity, imagining how one player can influence both the culture of a locker room and the excitement of a city. The narrative grows richer because it is incomplete, leaving room for endless discussion, projection, and debate. Ultimately, Tracy Jackson Davis leaving the Warriors for Houston embodies the essence of the modern NBA: movement, opportunity, and emotion interwoven into a single storyline. While Golden State adjusts, Houston celebrates potential, and the broader basketball world watches closely. The story takes on layers of meaning that extend beyond statistics or wins. Kerr's farewell, the fan reactions, and the anticipated impact in Houston create a narrative that captures both the heart and strategy of the league. Rumors continue to swirl, narratives continue to build, and one thing is clear: Tracy's next chapter is poised to be just as compelling as the one he leaves behind. The whispers, speculations, and excitement are a testament to the magnetic pull of NBA stories, where every move echoes through locker rooms, arenas, and social media feeds, reminding everyone that behind the scores and plays, the league is alive with human drama, potential, and endless possibility. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.